This portion of the Vector 101 course is going to cover creating a new learning experience request form in Vector. In Jeffco, all professional learning will be entered into the Vector system. Professional learning offered in person will be entered into the orange side of Vector, and our asynchronous professional learning can be accessed in the orange side of Vector, but is taken in the blue side. These systems are used by all 14,000 of Jeffco's employees to access professional learning. Attendance and credit must be taken inside the Vector system. We are aligning all professional learning across every department in the district. This slide outlines the common elements of a learning request form and expectations when filling them out. We will begin with the title of the course. When filling out a learning experience request form, the department or school name must be stated first. All professional learning titles will begin with the team, department, or school name. Next is the location and room. Each learning experience request form will ask for the location and room of the training. If you need to reserve a room for your training, please do that before entering the information into Vector. This system does not connect with Outlook calendars. Also, think about your room size and cap the maximum attendance accordingly. If you are filling out the learning experience request form for a series of meetings, fill out just one form and add all the dates and times to that form. Another element of the learning experience request form is a description of the training. This description should include the purpose, learning outcomes, the intended audience, and any possible evidence and artifacts that attendees will need to submit. The description needs to be very clear, since the course will most likely be published to the entire district. A clear description will help employees know if a training is available to them or not. This screenshot shows how to open a new learning experience request form. After signing in, click on New and then Learning Experience Request Form. This next screen shows you what a learning experience request form looks like. You will see at the top of the form it asks for the title of the course. As mentioned, each title must begin with the name of the department, team, or school name. You will type that name followed by a colon and the name of the learning. Underneath the title is where you will put the description. In the box, you will state the audience and the learning purpose and outcomes for the training. Please use the words audience and learning purpose/outcomes followed by a colon to help separate this information and make it easy for employees to read. After typing the description, you will select if this is a single meeting or multiple if you are filling out the form for a series of meetings. If it is a single meeting, you will then select the date and start and end times for the training. If you click on a box where the date is entered, it will populate a calendar for you to select the appropriate date of the training. Below the date, you can click on the box for the start and end times to adjust those. If you are filling out this form for a series of meetings, you will click Multiple for schedule type, and a box will appear where you can enter each individual meeting time and date. Click on the plus sign to add individual meetings. After your date and times for the training are entered, you will type in the location of the training. The format for this is the name of the building, followed by a colon and the room number. Below the location, you will see the max attendance option. If needed, click Limit To and then type the number of attendees who can attend the training. This will limit the number of attendees who are able to enroll for your training. The next step is to enter the credit of professional learning clock hours that attendees will receive. Click on the box to enter the number of clock hours. Make sure the clock hours match the duration of the training. Below the credits, you will add the presenter or facilitator of the training. Click on Add Presenter, and then you will be brought to a screen that allows you to type the name of the presenter and add them. You can add more than one presenter if needed. Near the bottom of the form, you will see Enrollment Deadline and a drop-down menu. We recommend selecting End of Event/Slot. This will allow participants to enroll and confirm their attendance up until the training ends. Below that enrollment deadline, you will be able to choose the audience that the professional learning opportunity is published to. District means that the entire district will see it. However, if you click on District, followed by Add Permission on the next screen, you will be taken to a box that will allow you to select a school from a drop-down menu. If you select a specific school, it means that only staff at that school will see the professional learning event. At the very bottom of the form, In the Add Attachment section, you can add links or any other information that is needed. For example, if the meeting is virtual, you can add that virtual meeting link here. A couple of things to consider. If you are entering a asynchronous event, you must require evidence. Also, once the learning experience request form is submitted, it cannot be edited. At that point, you must put in a ticket or reach out to a member of the Vector team. This next slide is an example of a learning experience request form filled out. I recommend pausing the video at this time and just taking a look at all the elements of this form filled out. This next slide is an example of another learning experience request form. Here you will see that the department and team name, or department and name of the learning is followed by an asterisk and a plus sign, and then within the description it states that this learning can be used towards the special education and behavioral health requirements for CDE license renewal. This is an example of how Vector will be tagging specific courses that will help fulfill those new CDE requirements. So look for the courses that have an asterisk or a plus sign in the title, followed by that verbiage in the description, and that will mean that these courses will help fulfill those new licensure renewal requirements from CDE. Give yourself some time when filling out these new learning experience request forms, because requests are not approved right away. Requests should be approved within a week. The members of the professional learning team are taking turns going through all the events and approving them. If the team encounters an issue while looking through your learning experience request form, they will reach out to you via your Outlook email. As I said, requests will be approved within the week, so by that following Friday at noon.